together with members of the Dundee Twinning Association, present a reading of the play Seven Jewish Children. It's quite short, it only lasts 10 minutes. The playwright Carol Churchill wrote Seven Jewish Children in January 2009 in response to the attack on Gaza by Israeli forces. We've chosen today for this event because Palestinians commemorate the 15th of May as the Day of Catastrophe, Al-Nakba in Arabic. In 1948, that was the day after Israel declared independence and the beginning of the mass expulsion of Palestinians from their homes. The play has 7 short scenes, each set at a different time and place during the past 70 years, from occupied Europe in World War II to occupied Palestine now. No children appear in the play. The speakers are adults, the parents and relations of a different Jewish child in each scene. They're discussing how to explain what the child sees happening around her. The author says the play must be performed free of charge and that a collection must be taken for the organisation Medical Aid for Palestine. There will be a chance to do that. Seven Jewish Children by Carol Churchill.
It's a game.
Tell her it's serious, but don't frighten her. Don't tell her they'll kill her.
Tell her it's important to be quiet. Tell her she'll have cake if she's good. Tell her to curl up as if she's in bed.
But not to sing. Tell her not to come out. Tell her not to come out even if she hears shouting.
Don't frighten her.
Tell her not to come out even if she hears nothing for a long time. Tell her we'll come and find her.
Tell her we'll be here all the time.
Tell her something about the men. Tell her they're very bad in the game. Tell her it's a story. Tell her they'll go away. Tell her she can make them go away if she keeps still. By magic.
But not to sing.
This is a photograph of her grandmother, her uncles and me. Tell her her uncles died. Don't tell her they were killed.
Tell her they were killed.
Don't frighten her.
Tell her her grandmother was clever.
Don't tell her what they did.
Tell her she was brave. Tell her she taught me how to make cakes.
Don't tell her what they did. Tell her something. Tell her more when she's older.
Tell her there were people who hated Jews.
Don't tell her. Tell her it's over now.
Tell her there are still people who hate Jews.
Tell her there are people who love Jews.
Don't tell her to think Jews are not Jews.
Tell her more when she's older.
Tell her how many when she's older.
Tell her it was before she was born and she's not in danger.
Don't tell her there's any question of danger.
Tell her we love her.
Tell her, dead or alive, her family all love her.
Tell her her grandmother would be proud of her.
tell her we're going forever.
Tell her she can write to her friends. Tell her friends can maybe come and visit. Tell her it's sunny there.
Tell her we're going home. Tell her it's the land God gave us.
Don't tell her religion.
Tell her her great, lots of greats, granddad lived there.
Don't tell her he was driven out.
Tell her. Of course tell her. Tell her everyone was driven out and the country is waiting for us to come home.
Don't tell her she doesn't belong here. Tell her, of course, she likes it here, but she'll like it there even more.
Tell her it's an adventure.
Tell her no one will tease her.
Tell her she'll have new friends. Tell her she can take her toys.
Don't tell her she can take all her toys.
Tell her she's a special girl.
Tell her about Jerusalem.
Don't tell her who they are.
Tell her something. Tell her they're Bedouin. They travel about. Tell her about camels in the desert and dates. Tell her they live in tents. Tell her this wasn't their home.
Don't tell her home, not home. Tell her they're going away.
Don't tell her they don't like her.
Tell her to be careful.
Don't tell her who used to live in this house.
No, but don't tell her her great-great-grandfather used to live in this house.
No, but don't tell her Arabs used to sleep in her bedroom.